Not the best day for YouTube boxing, man. A lot of stuff has happened that we don't want to see. So let's go ahead and talk about it then.
It's done it from time to time. Just have a bit of...
From the United Kingdom, the Nightmare. Hey!
Alright, so if you're watching this channel, this video, I'm assuming you probably know about the whole Wade versus KSI drama / beef. And I just want to go out and say this is not great for the whole community and space of YouTube boxing. Nobody wants to see this. And I say this because so many people, myself included, are both big fans of KSI and Wade. So when we see this whole drama, granted it's mostly just coming from KSI at Wade. Wade's not really firing back. It hurts to see and we don't like watching it, especially over something so unnecessary and minimal. So KSI went off on Wade with some deleted tweets. We can put some of those up right here. I don't know how many there are. And he later deleted them but kept some tweets up, kind of going over how Wade will say one thing to his face and then go back online and switch up on him. Mainly talking about the video Wade put up today saying that he doesn't think the Jake versus KSI fight will do as many pay-per-view numbers as Jake versus Tommy Fury.
And we heard from Jake in the Impulsive podcast, he does not think that the KSI fight sells like a Tommy Fury rematch and a Floyd Mayweather fight. And I don't know that I can disagree with him right now. I don't, because they pulled some legitimately crazy numbers. And while I used to be on the train that Jake and KSI did similar numbers, I don't know that that's the case anymore. In fact, with the right build, they absolutely could, but I do think it takes a little bit of time to get people back on board with the influencer beef between the two.
Now say what you will about that opinion, whether you agree with it or not, Wade does back it up with reasons for why he believes this. And the reasons are relatively valid. I'm not even saying I agree with this opinion, but it's not like he just says this and doesn't back it up with anything or throws out terrible information, because he throws out information such as the KSI versus Logan Paul numbers, which are unconfirmed as everyone's saying different numbers, but Logan Paul on his podcast last week said that it was from 300 to 400,000 is what he thought, when Wade initially thought that it did around 2 million. And then there's also the point of KSI and Jake sharing an audience, so it's harder to bring in big numbers than Jake versus Tommy, who Tommy brings in more traditional boxing fans, as well as that KSI crowd who want to see him lose or just in the same space and want to see him fight. Those are kind of Wade's points to back up what he said. And then KSI said this is not the only instance in which Wade has switched up on what he is saying, bringing up the example of Wade criticizing and hating the tag team match idea and then loving it after it happened. Now in this case, Wade did voice concern for the tag team match initially, saying he was worried about the health of the fighters and just how it would work overall, how it would develop, could it even work? And he brought up valid concerns in my opinion. And then he never outright said it shouldn't be happening. He said he was interested at the end of the day and wanted to see how it was done, but he just wasn't sure if it would work. Then it went on, we all saw it, and it was pretty enjoyable. I liked it. Who doesn't like to watch the Goat Pineda fight? Then Wade said he was wrong and he ended up liking the tag team match. So Wade never really flip-flopped anywhere in that timeline, right? He voiced his concern, watched the fight, said he was wrong, and gave credit where credit was due, said they knew what they were doing, and it went well. So the problem that I have with this whole thing is I think KSI doesn't follow every video that Wade makes. He doesn't read every tweet that Wade makes. And so he will see clips of Wade, and he will see maybe random tweets pulled out that from Wade that maybe voice concerns for misfits or maybe even a criticism. And he doesn't have the full context of what has been said. So I think KSI has kind of jumped the gun here and is criticizing Wade without having full context to the situation, which is a dangerous thing to do, right? At the end of the day, I don't think KSI is realizing that Wade and him are on the same side. Wade has been one of the biggest supporters of the KSI versus Jake fight and has hyped it to a level that no one else really has. Wade is the biggest biggest YouTube boxing channel. I think everyone kind of knows that at this point. And Wade has made many videos building this fight for KSI and Jake Paul. And I don't think KSI is looking at the whole picture here. I don't think KSI is aware of that. And Wade is someone who's going to share his opinion. Just because he's involved in Misfits doesn't mean he's just going to support everything they do without concern. He is going to voice his concerns, and I think that's what makes Wade a great commentator and a great analyst for this whole space. And I think a lot of creators and a lot of people know that. People who are on both sides. Like I said, most people like both of them. And I think they realize that KSI is attacking the wrong guy here. He is attacking somebody who is on his side, who wants him to succeed, and he wants that KSI versus Jake fight to be huge. Just because he said he doesn't really know if it's going to do as good numbers, he wants that fight to do well. He wants that fight to do great numbers. So I do hope that KSI kind of realizes this. Enough people talk to him to make him realize this, and we can find a solution to this whole beef here. Because no one's going to win this beef, right? There are no winners in this beef. This beef is not something that's good for the space. The type of drama we want to see is Dean versus Waleed Sharks. That's the type of drama that's interesting. That's the drama we all want to watch. Not this. This is outside of boxing. This is outside of the sport. It's not good for it. So I really hope it gets resolved soon. And it's getting bigger and bigger as time goes on. It's only happened today, and more people are getting involved. The hate is starting to build. People are going to start choosing sides, and I really hope it does not get to that. Because like I said, most people want both of these guys to succeed. And I'm on that same wave. I feel for Wade here. I think KSI and Mansailor have jumped the gun, are attacking the wrong person, and I really hope this gets settled soon. I hope KSI and Wade can have a conversation off camera, off of Twitter, because if they can just take the time to hear each other out, I really think this can be resolved. And I want to see them on the same team, on the same page, and I hope we can all move forward from this, moving on. I don't normally make videos covering kind of these topics, but granted, this type of situation doesn't really usually happen in this space, because you can tell nobody really wants this. Right? I'm not the only one who doesn't like this. Right? No one likes this. And I hope all of this is proof that nobody does like it, and we want to move on. I think I've already said that like 3 or 4 times, but it's the truth. I don't like it. But anyway, subscribe for more boxing updates and content. If you feel like it, that would be pretty cool. I appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. Peace.